Hi again. I'm Jack Allen, and welcome to our next installment of Good Works. Today we're going to be at Artist Senior Living, located on Higbee Drive in Bethel Park, right across from Health Tracks. I think you'll be informed about exactly what this community does. Well, today we'd like to take you to the newly built Artist Senior Living of South Hills, located at 1001 Higbee Drive in Bethel Park, across from Health Tracks. We're going to be speaking to Mary Jo Green. She's the Director of Community Relations, and learn about the unique care that's given by the Artist staff and what is done here on a daily basis that makes Artist different type of senior living facility than other places. So Mary Jo, Artist seems to have a focus on a certain type of seniors, and it's not just an assisted living residence for seniors. What type of care is actually concentrated on here?
Yeah, Mayor Allen, thanks for coming today, by the way. We appreciate having you. But yes, Artist is a personal care community, but we focus on, we're memory care by design, so we focus on residents living with dementia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I noticed that it's a unique building in itself. Can you tell us a little bit about the unique layout that you have here?
Sure. Artist Senior Living is an all-memory care community. So here, our Pittsburgh site is 72 private beds with private bath. We are a little unique because we're divided into what we call neighborhoods. So we have 4 distinct neighborhoods. The first one is called Kaufman's Cottage. It's our Victorian theme. So virtually you're walking into a house that has 16 private bedrooms with private bath, and then each neighborhood has a living room, dining room, and kitchen. So it's a very home feel. We definitely want to mimic how folks were living at home with this disease.
Okay. What are the other neighborhoods that you have?
Yeah, so we have 4 neighborhoods, like I had said. So the other neighborhood is Brick, and we named that Forbes Field. Our other neighborhood is Stone. We named it Heartwood Acres. And our 4th neighborhood is the Beach. We named it Kennywood Park. Obviously, there's no beach in Pittsburgh, but that was the closest we could get. But so we tried to resonate back in the day when Kennywood had the pool. So that's how we came up with that thing.
Big enough to be a beach.
Exactly.
I do remember that. So that's a long time ago.
Right.
In a little bit, we'll be speaking to Glenn Lawfer. He's your head chef here.
Correct.
And he'll tell us a little bit about what type of food he prepares. Mm-hmm. We heard that he does like a Mediterranean diet.
Right.
And different things that people might want.
Yeah, absolutely. So every resident that moves into Artist, we have the family complete a partnership profile. And part of that profile is asking, what is your loved one's favorite foods and things they like, don't like, so that we can share that with Chef Glenn, and he will, definitely serve what they like and really try to meet those wants. Mm-hmm. We had a resident that just moved in, and she loves Klondikes. So guess what? We made sure we had Klondikes for her in our freezer. We really try to allow, our residents have a voice. So mm-hmm. if there is something that they love or like, we will try to meet that need, as long as it's appropriate, obviously. But we really want to treasure their uniqueness, and allow them to have that voice.
And you catered each one's individual needs?
We do. Chef Glenn will meet with the residents once a month. It's called Time to Dish. So, the residents, again, have a voice, and they can vote on something that they'd like to see on the menu or talk about something that they don't like. Okay. And he will respect that.
And all the residents that are here, they get the same meal every day, or?
There are choices. Yeah, so there's two choices at each meal. So it could be chicken or fish, and they get a choice. All of our meals are offered family style to the residents, and they have a choice. If they don't like either option, there's always an alternative. We always have burgers, hot dogs, sandwiches, soups. So we really do try to meet their needs.
Okay. And do you have, is there medical staff on on board here
There
at all
is.
times?
Yeah, we have a number of attending physicians that come to the community and see the residents. And then we also have specialists like your dentist, ophthalmology, audiology, psychiatry as well. Technically, there's really no reason for a resident to leave the community. They can stay here and get all of their care needs met. However, if there's a physician in the community that they've been seeing for years and they don't, you know, and he or she doesn't come here, the family can definitely take them to their own
Oh,
doctor.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point, I've seen a little bit of the building,
Mm-hmm.
and I think our audience would like to have a tour. and see
Yeah, I'd be happy to show you around.
what you have to offer.
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Artis. We're now going to take you through a tour, but I first off wanted to introduce Director of Marketing, Justine Heller. Justine's going to tell you a little bit about her role as well and how we both work together.
Hi there. So my role here at Artis is to introduce folks to our community. We first start off touring them throughout the community, answering any questions they may have, and then I also walk them through the move-in process. There could be some emotional feelings, so my role here is to help them throughout that process.
Definitely. Thanks, Justine. So first off, I wanted to point out when you enter Artis, you come through this door. Once you are through this door, you are in a secure community. Families will know the code, and they will know the code to exit as well. Once you're in the community, you're in an internal walking path, so residents can walk freely within the path. There's a lot of opportunity here to go outside. And then we have neighborhoods. So the first neighborhood that I wanted to share with everyone is Forbes Field. Again, first Artis in Pittsburgh, so very Pittsburgh names. We decorated all of our front windows so that it'll resonate for residents. So we really tried to get old photos. Bill Mazeroski here back in the day, so it's fun and it's got a home-like feel. Every neighborhood looks like a front porch, so when you walk in, you're virtually walking into a house. Artis Senior Living is memory care by design. Our community is all one floor. And as we walk through our neighborhood, Forbes Field, it looks like a little front porch. So you're virtually walking into a home with 16 private bedrooms with private bath. And then there's living room, dining room, and kitchen in each neighborhood as well. So as we navigate through, we walk down our hallway. There are side rails in all the hallways for folks that might need a little bit extra assistance. And then you navigate through. Here's all of our bedrooms, all private again. The shadow boxes, again, so that residents living with dementia can find their room. So it's familiar. Our bedrooms are private. We encourage that they sleep there and then come out and enjoy their day, whether it's coming down to the kitchen to get a cup of coffee in the morning, coming into our living room and watching the news, just like you do at home. So here's our living room at Forbes Field. Again, we encourage folks to come out and enjoy the living room, read the newspaper, play cards, do a puzzle, whatever it may be. Also, our kitchen is fully equipped. We use these kitchens for programming. So if a resident likes to cook, we encourage that. And they can bake cookies or make their special meatball recipe, whatever it may be, with our life enrichment folks assisting. Here's our dining room at Forbes Field, and every dining room as well has an exit, so folks can go outside, sit on that side porch. 3/4 of the community is all secure, so there's a lot of opportunity here to go outside. Folks living with dementia like to walk, and here they can do that and feel safe.
Here we are in our model suite, which is a private suite, fully furnished. We have a full-size bed here, nightstand with the lamp, comes with a dresser and a chair, and we fully encourage families to personalize it, bring pictures and paintings from home. You'll also see we have private bathrooms in each suite, which is also handicap accessible and easy to bathe.
So as you can see, the rooms are smaller, but it is purposeful because we are memory care by design. So we encourage that our residents come out of their bedrooms and then enjoy the rest of the community. We sleep in our bedrooms. We call them their bedrooms because we don't want them to stay in their bedrooms all day, just like we do at home. That's where we sleep. You wake up in the morning, you go down to your kitchen, you get a cup of coffee, you may sit in the living room and watch the news. So we are encouraging our residents living with dementia to live the same way. Each resident has a shadow box outside of their bedroom. We encourage families to decorate them. Old photos resonate for residents, and it really helps their loved one find their room. Each neighborhood has a living room, very much like what you're used to at home. All of our living rooms also have a way to go outside, so there's an internal courtyard in each living room as well.
Each neighborhood also has a kitchen and a dining room. Our residents can walk right into the kitchen, grab their favorite snack or their favorite meal. They can also bake cookies. They can have cooking classes, but they are welcome to use that kitchen just as they would in their home. In our dining room, the residents will sit down and enjoy 3 meals per day, and we also offer them 2 different options for their lunch and dinner. At that time, they can choose what they'd like to be served.
Welcome to the Neighborhood Center. This is where a lot of our programming occurs for our residents. Our religious services, entertainment, your bingo, your crafts. So this is our fun area. A lot of socialization will occur here as well.
Here's our beautiful courtyard, which is accessible through the Neighborhood Center and also from each neighborhood. We encourage families to get out here and visit with their loved ones outside. We also encourage our residents to go outside, enjoy the beautiful weather. We have many umbrellas, a lot of shading, and our beautiful flowers, of course.
Here at Artis, we also have a beauty and barber shop. Charisse is our hairstylist, and she provides haircuts, color, and nail services as well. Here's our health center. This is a place where our health and wellness staff can make phone calls to physicians or write notes. It is definitely utilized by Director of Health and Wellness, Claudia, as well. Physicians can also use this space if they need to dictate or even see a resident in a private space.
I'm now here with Master Chef Glenn Laufer, and you may recognize him as being a school board director in the past. And Glenn, can you give us a little information on exactly how you prepare the meals differently, or just a little bit about your everyday activities?
Yeah, thanks, Jack. The food here at Artis Senior Living, we've based the menu on a Mediterranean diet. Artis gave me the freedom to actually create the menu myself. I didn't get a piece of paper that said, this is your menu. I was able to research, go through different recipes that I've had from my past, and put things together. The Mediterranean diet, for those that don't know what that is it's a heart healthy diet. It's based on whole grains, fresh fruits and vegetables, a lot of use of olive oil and fishes, and we try to limit the amount of red meats to 2 or 3 a week, which is a basic heart healthy diet, but the Mediterranean twist comes with all of with the use of the olive oil instead of butter and fresh herbs and all that kind of stuff. And so, like I said, my roots are Mediterranean diet anyway. I'm just a little bit Italian, and I do like to cook. So before a resident moves into Artis, we ask the family to fill out a resident profile, and in that profile they give us an idea of what time the resident usually gets up in the morning and has breakfast, what time they go to bed at night, what time they like to eat their meals. So we're not a typical quote-unquote institution type place. This is like home. So
Okay.
If a resident is used to getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning and sitting at their table and reading the newspaper and having a glass of juice and a cup of coffee, that's what they do here. The health and wellness coordinators that are on shift throughout the day, they actually cook breakfast for them in the morning, depending on what time they get up. Last week we did a pancake breakfast. was the first time that we did a large group breakfast for the residents that are living here right now. I made pancakes to order, scrambled eggs, that kind of stuff, and I did it in a kitchen just like this
Okay,
on the other side of the building.
okay.
Anyway, the resident profile tells us also what the residents like to eat, where they like to go out to dinner, that kind of thing. And as they come into our facility, or our community, we try to get some of those foods that they're used to having at home, whether it's snacks. Our very first resident that moved in, I went to Giant Eagle and got a couple of steaks because his favorite meal was steak and pasta with red sauce. So he and his girlfriend came in, sat down. He had steak and pasta with red sauce for his first meal here.
Yeah.
So,
So are you saying that they could actually eat at different times during the day? In other
yes,
words,
yes.
for the residents, you can be serving breakfast anywhere from 6 to 10 or?
Yeah, there's no set time. We do have a schedule that we try to stick to. State regulations require us to have set meal times, but
Okay,
we don't force the residents into our pattern. We adapt to theirs.
okay.
So it's very much resident-centered care, and I really I've been in healthcare for a lot longer than I want to admit, but this is the very first facility that I have actually had, number one, the freedom to make my own menu, and number two, the opportunity to serve people what they like and when they want to eat it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty unique in itself. I've never heard of that before, so.
Yeah, it works out really well. We had our first resident meeting yesterday to talk about food. It's called Time to Dish, and it was funny to hear some of the things that they had to say because I don't see them all at the same time every day, and they actually had some good feedback, a couple of slight criticisms. You know, everybody's a better cook than me, but you know. And
That's because they like butter instead of olive oil.
they like butter. They do get butter for their toast if they want butter for their toast. But it was funny. We were talking about our Memorial Day picnic that we're planning for Monday, and they were talking about potato salad, and they took a vote whether they wanted to make potato salad with the skins on or with the skins off, you know, and that kind of stuff. And they actually want to make the potato salad. They don't want me doing it. They're going to do it themselves.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of freedom, a lot of input that you're getting from the
Right,
residents,
right.
which is great.
Yeah,
So,
it is great. It's a great community, and the residents are forming friendships with their neighbors as they come in, and we're having a lot of fun.
because your community has only been open for a couple months, I believe, right?
We actually had our first move in May 3rd, so we've
Oh.
only really had residents living here
Couple
for about
weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for the insight, and
No
we wish you
problem.
all the luck.
Thank you very much. Good seeing
And I'll
you,
come
Jeff.
back for Mediterranean food.
Okay, you're welcome anytime.
All right, well, I want to thank Mary Jo and Justine for the tour of the community that they have here at Artis, and we certainly wish you all the luck in the world. Thank you for being a chamber member, and we look forward to seeing you at all of our chamber functions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mary Ellen. Thanks for coming.
If you know anyone with dementia, or if you have questions and you'd like to reach out to us, please stop in for a personal tour. We're located at 1001 Higbee Drive, Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, 15102. You can also feel free to call us. Our number is 412-595-8917. Again, please stop in for a personal tour. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed our show today. We had a nice tour of Artis Senior Living, and please consider them in the future if your family needs a facility like this. Until next month, we'll see you then.